Hey gamers, it's Wintermute here from Grind This Game, back with Surviving Mars, and I wanted to push this game to its limits, so I've been growing a colony. I finally hit 10,000 colonists, and I've used up most of the map. I could still fill up more of it. In the bottom left here I got room, and I could squeeze small and medium-sized domes in some of these cracks in here. Now the game is really laggy at this kind of size. At the slowest speed it's not too bad, things run fairly smoothly, but if I go to 3 times speed things get pretty stuttery. They were kind of like this when I hit 5,000 colonists, but it actually hasn't gotten a whole lot worse since then, but it has got noticeably worse. Now I'm on the easiest sponsor and settings here. I'll just slow things back down because you can see it's just crazy stuttery. But like I said, on slow speed, runs pretty smooth. On medium speed, it's not too bad. They kind of jump around a little bit. I'm impressed that it actually runs at all at this kind of size and scope. But I figure you should be able to fill the map without the game kind of crashing. So at the end of this video, I'm going to have a time lapse of me growing the colony from, I think, around 7,000 to 10,000. Someone left a comment. They said, "Oh, are you using console commands? Basically, am I cheating?" And no, everything I've done here is normal. I just build domes. I make sure there's enough comfort in each dome, and the population just kind of explodes on its own through lots of babies. So if we look at this dome here, for instance, we got average comfort 61. In here we got 63, 52, and you can kind of see if you hover over this top left part, it says children will be born, the dome is comfortable enough. So I learned one little secret which I'll probably use on any colonies that are kind of growing too fast. It's not a secret, but someone mentioned put all your females in one dome and put all your males in another dome, and that will prevent the population from exploding. That way you can keep high comfort, but you also don't have to worry about the population growing too much. And then you can kind of fine-tune like how many people you want. Now, because this is the easiest settings, we don't have Earth-sick colonists, and we also don't have renegades, and renegades can cause, tons of havoc. On my other playthrough, I'm at 535% difficulty. And I have quite a few renegades, and you really have to keep the comfort high, or you get more and more renegades. So we got lots of nuclear power here. I lucked out and got the eternal fusion research, which means these can be automated. You don't need people, and it also sets the power at 300. But I also built a lot of Stirling generators because Stirling generators don't require any maintenance at all. That's kind of my go-to power source for a lot of bases. And we also have tons of vaporators. They're pretty much everywhere, as you can see. And they're all upgraded with this hydroscopic coating to get more water out of them. I have some domes that I haven't even filled up yet here. What else do we... I'll look at kind of a representative dome. So here's kind of a standard layout for me. Two crops. One full triangle full of kind of outdoorsy things. So you get relaxation, exercise, playing. Then I usually put one diner, one infirmary, one grocer, one casino, and one spacebar. Now the spacebar kind of takes up a lot of space for what it does. So it might not be worth it, but it's the only thing I think that satisfies drinking. Oh, I just realized I have 2 casinos. That is wrong. I don't usually do that. Now, the problem I've hit with this kind of number of people is concrete. So we hover over our resources here. Concrete production is 152, concrete maintenance is 149. So this is a little bit rough. We kind of have to import concrete once in a while on the space elevator. Now going to the screen, sometimes it's really laggy. It almost crashed the game for me at one point, but it kind of recovered. Once you've opened it up once in a session, it seems to be okay. So what else do we got in here? I kind of showed the base in my last video when I hit 5,000 colonists, but just to give you an idea, lots of fuel refineries. Probably not needed as much anymore, but all this fuel is being used by our cargo drone bays. So if we look at fuel, production and consumption is pretty much even. We have way too many machine parts, but now production and consumption is kind of evened out. So I don't have any machine parts being made right now. What else? Polymers are kind of shrinking slowly. And so are... Actually, electronics is pretty much in balance. I'm not automatically selling rare metals. I could be doing that on the space elevator, but I'm not, because I need them for electronics. I only have a few electronics factories, but I have them on triple shifts, high workload, so they're churning out about 22 per day here. I think I have a few of them. There's some in other... Oh yeah, there's another one here. Oh, dead colonists. You do get a lot of people dying and suicides when you have 10,000 people. And I hate this feature where colonists are getting added to the taskbar. I clear them out periodically, but if I let the game run too long, you get hundreds of them on here. I was putting sanatoriums in my domes as kind of the default, because that way we can cure... We have the upgrade that turns flaws into perks. But I've also been using arcologies just for comfortable housing, so we can jam more people in the domes. We've got oxygen storage all over the place. We got moxies all over the place. Let's take a look at that. Power is pretty much even. Oxygen's a little bit positive. Water is actually shrinking slightly, so whenever that happens, I just put in another vaporator. So I'll stick one in right here, since we're a little bit behind. There we go. I usually build 2 food storage outside of each dome. This is obviously not that, but oh, I wonder why I did 2 here. Anyway, yeah, like this is more standard. I'll have 2 kind of near the exit. So if I'll pre-position the food before I kind of fill it up. That way they don't starve when a new dome comes online. This is a bit light in terms of food, but now they're all unemployed. There's like, if we look at global stats here, unemployed, 7,600. There's just nothing for them to do. I've been doing Martian copyrights a lot. We're at 2 trillion in money now, so money's kind of meaningless. I think in my last video I hit 1 trillion. Let's zoom back out again, take a look at this monster. Here's polymers. This was actually even more full before. We got some Stirling generators all over the place here for power. What else do we have? We got people working out in the gym. Yeah, it's been fun to take it this far. What I really wish they'd add as a feature or a mod is a way to template a dome. So once you get one mega dome with kind of your ideal layout, it'd be cool if you could blueprint it. Just make a copy like in Factorio. Make a blueprint, and then when you want to build another one, you just go somewhere else, stamp it out, and everything. We have a food shortage. What's going on there? I guess there's not enough food right there. If I go and delete some of this food storage over here, where is it? Oh yeah, this is our machine parts. Kind of ridiculous. So yeah, over here, I'm gonna actually delete a bunch of this storage that's left. We really only need... What is going on there? Only need 2 food storage outside the dome. And now once these are deleted, the cargo drones will redistribute everything. Starving colonists 2. That's okay. Not too bad. Could be worse. I'm not even going to bother to fill this up. We're at 10,000. I'm probably not going to do any more on this map. It's just getting kind of silly. Now I'm going to try to build in my 535% difficulty map. I am going to try to build big. I'm going to try to fill it up. And it'll be much harder because we got disasters happening all the time. We got renegades, we got Earthsick colonists, we got a lot more challenges. This was pretty easy just to build all this out. What else do I have going on in here? I have the I have these triboelectric scrubbers, and they are keeping the maintenance effectively 0 for all these nuclear power plants, which is saving me a ton of electronics. And I think if you set up 2 side by side like this, they clean each other. Notice the maintenance is basically 0. So if you do them in pairs around all your machinery, you'll never have to do maintenance, which is pretty amazing actually. I mean, they require power, but power is essentially free, kind of late game as well. There she be. I could put more up here. I haven't mined everything yet, like I said, but I've gotten pretty close to it. Let's just run it at fast speed for a little bit here. Kind of watch our colonist number, see what happens. So it's at 88 over 10,000 there. Just want to see what the next kind of increment. Okay, we got 2. Now in my time lapse, I let it run up to about 8,000 people. I built a bunch of domes, built a bunch of housing, and then I just kind of walked away and let the babies be born. So that part isn't in the time lapse, and then it kind of jumps ahead a bit. Because it was just this, I wasn't even moving around or building anything anymore. I was just like letting the game run for about an hour. I went and watched a TV show. And the men and women did their magic. Yeah, so we're at 10,100. For kicks, I might just let this, might let it run for a few more hours. See what happens. See if it all fills up. But we're going to run out of concrete for maintenance. Oh yeah, autosave is quite slow now as well. So concrete, yeah, we are producing some, so once those concrete deposits are used up, this concrete balance will fall out of whack again. I think production will fall to 50, and maintenance will still be 150. I don't know if those triboelectric filters work on domes. I have to test that out. If they do, then I could probably cut down the maintenance even more. I wonder if I can build them in the domes. Never tried that. Oh no, it has to be outside the building.
Colonist has died.
Colonist has died.
Cable fault reported.
So yeah, I'm going to wrap things up, but following this little section here will be a time lapse of going from 7,000 to 10,000. And just me kind of building things, so feel free to watch that. But I'll say my goodbyes now. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.